Question number 1. What is the name of the tribal group present in this region? On track. Sant and Maasai is the correct answer. Question number 2. Which of the following is a type of raucous pastoral community? Good thinking. Meru is the right answer. Question number 3. Which of the following pastorals live in the plains? Well done. Bangaras is the right choice. Question number 4. The cyclical movement of pastoralists between the dash with covered snow and dash range in the lower hills were operated in mountains. Excellent choice. High mountains and Shivalik is the right answer. Question number 5. Which pastoral community of Maharashtra moved westward during the year, shifting between semi-arid and agricultural regions? Great thinking. Dongaras is the right choice. Question number 6. What is the primary factor that determines the seasonal movement of the Galas in Karnataka and Andhra Pradesh? Well picked. Monsoon and dry season is the correct answer. Question number 7. Which term describes the historical accounts provided by travelers about pastoral communities? Correct response. Anecdotes is the most accurate answer. Question number 8. In which region did the Rakas combine cultivation with pastoralism due to uncertain rainfall? Sharp thinking. Deserts is the right choice. Question number 9. What did the Rakas of Rajasthan combine with pastoralism due to the region's arid conditions? Bravo! Farming is the answer. Question number 10. In which geographical regions were the Gajar Bakawals of Jammu and Kashmir herders found? Well reasoned. Mountains is the correct choice. Question number 11. Which pastoral community of Maharashtra moves between semi-arid and agricultural regions? Nice selection. Dangaras is the correct and valid answer. Question number 12. What did the Rakas of Rajasthan combine with pastoralism due to uncertain rainfall? Nice work. You chose cultivation, and it is correct. Question number 13. Which regions did the Gadi shepherds of Himachal Pradesh move between seasonally? Valid point. Mountain tops is true. Question number 14. What were Danga shepherds' primary activities during the monsoon in Maharashtra? Solid response. Grazing flocks is a valid choice. Question number 15. Which of the following communities is known for their seasonal migration in India? Smart pick. Bakarwal is the correct choice. Question number 16. Which geographical areas in India are commonly inhabited by nomadic pastoralists? Excellent. Plateaus, plains, and deserts is a brilliant choice. Question number 17. What term describes the seasonal movement of pastoralists between grazing areas? Right choice. Migration is the best answer. Question number 18. What was the primary focus of the accounts of travelers about pastoral groups? Smart move. Life and activities is an accurate answer. Question number 19. What is the term for the loop-like bends formed by a river's twists and turns? You got it? Your choice meanders is right. Question number 20. What factors did pastoralists have to consider when planning their movements? Good job. Your answer, weather patterns and timing, works well here. Question number 21. What did oral traditions among pastoral groups contribute to their identity? You're right. Genealogy and history is the correct answer. Question number 22. Dash was a flourishing agricultural tract with high rainfall and rich soil. Clear logic. Your choice Konkan region is sound and 100% true. Question number 23. What role did the Danga shepherds play during the monsoon in Maharashtra? Correct. Grazing flocks is the right answer. Question number 24. Which community is known for herding goats and sheep in Jammu and Kashmir? You chose Bakawal, and it is correct. Question number 25. Which were the two social categories in which Maasai society was divided? Strong choice. Elders and warriors is the right answer. Question number 26. The colonial state wanted to transform all grazing lands into dash. Right again. Cultivated farms is a valid answer. Question number 27. What did the Golas in Karnataka and Andhra Pradesh primarily rear? Perfect. Sheep and goats is the correct choice. Question number 28. Which pastoral community was known for rearing camels in Rajasthan? Nicely done. Fresh is a solid answer. Question number 29. What challenges did pastoralists face in the deserts of Rajasthan? Exactly. Unpredictable rainfall makes sense, and it is right choice. Question number 30. A dry forested area below the foothills of Gawal and Kumon Dash. Great job. Thought is the accurate answer. Question number 31. When was Maasai land cut into half with an international boundary? Well picked. 1885 is the correct answer. Question number 32. Nomadic tribes need to move from one place to another because of? You're right. In search of pastures is the correct answer. Question number 33. The Gujjar of Jammu and Kashmir are great herder of dash and dash. On track. Goat and sheep is the correct answer. Question number 34. What landform is created when a river's meander loop is cut off? Excellent choice. Oxbow Lake is the right answer. Question number 35. What role did oral traditions play in pastoral groups' identity? Well reasoned. Providing historical knowledge is the correct choice. Question number 36. Which regions in India do nomadic pastoralists commonly inhabit? You chose plateaus, plains, and deserts, and it is correct. Question number 37. The autumn crop usually harvested between September and October. Good job. Your answer, Karif, works well here. Question number 38. Which act restricted the movements of pastoralists in forests? Great thinking. Forest Acts is the right choice. Question number 39. Which agent of erosion is responsible for forming waterfalls? Exactly. Water makes sense, and it is right choice. Question number 40. Gujjar Bakawals are pastoralists belonging to which region? Right choice. Jammu and Kashmir is the best answer. Question number 41. The settlement of the Maru pastoral community is called? Excellent. Dandi is a brilliant choice. Question number 42. Which two societies have been discussed in this chapter? Good thinking. India and Africa is the right answer. Question number 43. The British imposed various restrictions on dash and dash. Great job. Raiding and warfare is the accurate answer. Question number 44. Which group of pastoralists reared camels in Rajasthan? Perfect. Fresh is the correct choice. Question number 45. What is the primary occupation of nomadic pastoralists? Correct response. Herding animals is the most accurate answer. Question number 46. What did the Rakas primarily herd in the Thar Desert? Smart pick. Camels is the correct choice. Question number 47. Which two processes continuously shape the landscape? Clear logic. Your choice, erosion and weathering, is sound and 100% true. Question number 48. What are the loop-like bends formed by rivers called? Solid response. Meanders is a valid choice. Question number 49. White settlers and Europeans saw pastoralists as dash. Sharp thinking. Dangerous and savage is the right choice. Question number 50. Dangar were an important pastoral community of dash. Well done. Maharashtra is the right choice. Question number 51. Baba lies below the foothills of dash and dash. Right again. Garwal and Kumon is a valid answer. Question number 52. Another well-known group of graziers were dash. Strong choice. Maasai is the right answer. Question number 53. How do nomadic pastoralists earn their living? Nicely done. By herding is a solid answer. Question number 54. Vast meadows in the high mountains are called. Bravo. Bugul is the answer. Question number 55. What is the highest waterfall in the world? You got it. Your choice, Angel Falls, is right. Question number 56. Where was the camels of Rakas are grazed? Nice work. You chose Thar Desert, and it is correct. Question number 57. Gujar Bakalis or off dash region. Nice selection. Jammu and Kashmir is the correct and valid answer. Question number 58. Name two national parks of Kenya dash. Correct. Masai Mara and Samburu is the right answer. Question number 59. What did the Dangars primarily herd? Valid point. Goats and sheep is true. Question number 60. Gadi shepherd belongs to which area? Smart move. Himachal Pradesh is an accurate answer. Question number 61. Pastorals were found in the dash. Bravo. All of the above is the answer. Question number 62. The chiefs were appointed by dash. Excellent. Colonial government is a brilliant choice. Question number 63. What was always short in supply? You got it? Your choice fodder is right. Question number 64. The Maasai herders live in dash. Perfect. East Africa is the correct choice. Question number 65. How you will get all these quiz questions in PDF books format? Great job. Contact Narayan Chengdar on Facebook is the accurate answer.